you for watching BoltTV, and this is Real Talk with Bolt. Yo, what's up, man? This is Real Talk with Bolt, Season 3, Episode number 2. I have Thomas Morris, Southeastern Rec Sports. Man, I appreciate you for coming on the show today. We're going to get straight into it. So, tell us a little bit about, if I was a freshman, tell me what would you tell a freshman about rec sports?
If you were a freshman, I'd probably be like, if you don't have anything to do, a good place to go to is the rec, because we got a lot of stuff there for you to do. You could play basketball, you could work out. They got the track inside the gym. They got intramurals and everything. It's a lot of stuff for you to do. If you don't have anything to do, just come to the rec because they got everything.
Is it restricted for any particular class?
It's for any age could go, as long as you enrolled in the Southeastern or North Shore Technical Community College. Either one, just got to be enrolled and check in with your ID.
You just spoken about intramural sports. What actual sports are incorporated into intramurals at Southeastern?
Well, we have, it's different for each semester. For the fall, we have flag football, volleyball, and we're doing indoor soccer, which is something new.
That's new, yeah.
And in the spring, we have basketball, softball, and outdoor soccer.
So, with all those sports, what type of atmosphere, what type of environment does that bring to the school for the kids that don't actually play a universally sport?
Oh man, it's great, just because being able to still enjoy playing sports like you did in high school, but like you're growing up a lot more because you don't have a coach. It's you. And
you're just out there with your team, and
right.
So there's no set practices, there's no morning workouts, there's no team lifts. What about the work atmosphere for kids that actually attend the university and want to be involved with intramurals and rec sports?
It's a pretty chill atmosphere. Like we take it serious in the sense of like we know that working at the rec is not too complicated. Like you're swiping cards for the most part. There's other duties and everything, but for the most part, you're just swiping cards, making sure everything's okay. So it's a pretty good environment, and that's just working inside the rec.
Okay.
But with intramurals and like being a referee, it
get a little busy.
Yeah, that's a whole different scenario. That's a whole different story.
Because, like you said, you don't have a coach, so you may have a situation where you have to tame a player and or a team, fans at that as well, because you do have to kind of deal with the fans. How does that kind of work? Is it a police on standby, or is it a superintendent or advisor, someone that's over the fans? Or
well, as it pertains to the fans, if it's a fan and we can directly link them to a particular team, like it's obvious that they're cheering for this team, and like if the fan is doing too much, they being real extra or something, we'll talk to the team first and say, hey, control your fans, keep them in line, because parents go to the games, little brothers, little sisters.
Too, so about the outside crowd, how does that work with them coming into the rec? And say for instance, you have a game in the rec. How does an outside parent get in to watch that student play in the rec or something? So how does that work?
It would just cost them $5. That's if it's in the gym. For flag football, since that's outside, they could just walk up to the North Oak Park, because that's where the games are. They're at North Oak Park. They could just walk up to North Oak Park and watch. But for inside, it would cost $5, which isn't that bad if you think about it, because how much did it cost to go watch your son play in high school? Right, it was $5, $7.
So did you come to college with the mindset that I want to work at the rec, or was it an experience or something that you went through and it's like, all right, you know what, I didn't want to work at this place? Well,
when I first got to Southeastern, my sister got me a job working in transcripts, and I was behind a computer just doing paperwork. So like anytime someone needed a transcript, I would just print it out. And I hated it just because it was.
So how many years have you been working with the rec on campus?
With the rec on campus, I've been there for 3 years now. So I started my freshman year, the spring semester.
Okay. So how did the rec sports? How does it? What do you benefit from it?
Well, I work with intramurals mainly, and so what I have to say I benefit the most is working with different groups of people.
Okay.
Because in sports, it could be black people, white people, men, women.
Everything.
Yeah, it's all of them.
Okay.
And everyone's different.
All right. So with that being said, like, what's what's an experience that, let me see, was your favorite or something? Like, what's something that you experienced and you'd be like, man, I'll never forget that?
So we had to kick a dude out of a game because it was flag football and he pretty much tackled the guy. So we kicked him out, and he had to come have a meeting with us to like come back and play the next game. And he had a meeting with us. It went well. You know, he was just suspended for one game, and he came back. Then he comes up to me the next season and was like, "Hey man, I actually want to thank you for doing that because that was a wake up call. I need to learn how to control myself better." And I started taking anger management classes. He told me all kind of stuff like that.
From Rec Sports.
And I didn't even realize that it was that big of a deal. But to him, it meant a lot.
So, what are you actually going to school for? What are you majoring in?
Well, I majored in marketing.
Okay.
Like.
Okay. I'm trying to see where balance is at. That's why. Okay. How does majoring in marketing affect your schedule with the rec and intramural sports?
Well, see, I thought it was gonna be a big problem, but see, I actually have a marketing internship with the rec. Yeah.
Okay.
So not only do I do stuff with intramurals, now I do stuff with like marketing and promotions and
so
advertising.
As far as marketing, promotions, and advertising, where can we reach you as far as media?
Media?
You yourself, a personal and a rec.
Well, you can follow me on Instagram at T_Morris_96, and you can follow the rec on Instagram at SLU_RSW.
Okay.
You know, I'm on Snapchat and everything, but we gonna talk about that later.
My next question is, what does the rec offer for students who may not want to play sports?
See, we actually have Group X classes, which are like yoga classes, body pump, cycling. We got dance classes. They got all kinds of stuff like that. It's taught by students, and they're all certified. I'm trying to get you a schedule for that.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
The actual schedule for these particular activities will be underneath in the description. Check it out. You got any specific thing? Any specific things you want to say before you close out on the show?
Just y'all come out there, come watch and support intramurals.
You got a team? I know you be having a team. You be out there.
Yeah, I got a little team.
Y'all ready?
We prepared. We prepared.
Thomas' team, look, I don't know what it is, but Thomas' team make the playoff for every sport. I don't know how, because everybody always count his team out. But when the last man standing, his team gonna be somewhere around there, bro. Like, I've noticed that.
You know it.
I'm like, man, his team always around.
You know it.
It don't matter what it is. They gonna be around.
You know it.
But I mean, I guess it's because you kind of a take charge guy and a real stand up guy. I've been noticing. That's kind of why I got you on the show, because it's like, you know what? Let me see what Tom's got to say. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you look at the rec, you just, that's freedom. But that's a job to someone else. You know what I'm saying? That's actually serious to someone else. And you never really know what someone can get out of actually just being in charge. You have to bring out a certain aspect of themselves. To be in charge of anything, whether it's rec sports, a car wash, a party, anything. So, on behalf of Real Talk with Bolt, I just want to say thank you for coming on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
Do you have any advice, anything for anybody?
Any advice?
Let me come on, not just rec, as a person.
As a person?
A whole, what kind of advice you got?
Like, as a person as a whole, networking. Network. It's about who you know, not what you know.
Exactly.
What you know is important, but it's about who you know. That's how you move up in places. Being able to vocalize what you're doing and making sure other people see what you're trying to do through your actions. That's how you move up in the world.
And there you have it. This is season 3, episode 2. Real Talk with Bolt. This is Real Talk with Bolt.